Yo, what's up, guys? Hopefully, you can hear me okay and there's no static or scratchy sound like in previous videos. I did not change anything, but I think my headset cord was touching the mic, and that was what was causing the background noise in previous videos. So today is 1/23, 2025. It's Thursday. It's 9:20 a.m., which is for New York time lunch session. Let's go and look at the chart real fast. So I did take a trade. I capped myself out on my accounts with a dollar amount and with a trade amount. And top step, I talked about it in the previous thing, how you could set these settings here, and you could if I hit 550 loss, it liquidates and block me, and if I hit 1800 bucks, it liquidates and blocks me. And then trade limits 2 for the day, 12 for the week. And I've already taken my 2 trades for this morning. So the trade that I have going still, it will allow me to play it out, but I won't be able to adjust it or partial or do anything like that because I am locked out. But this is a new setting, I think, as far as this week. I noticed I said last week how it's cool that you could set this stuff, but then you still have the opportunity to like change it mid-session. They've actually changed that now where you can set this, let's say, in the morning or whenever you're looking, you can set it how you want to and you can lock yourself out. So you see I have 4 hours left, so I cannot change these settings at all, which is perfect. That's literally what I wanted and what I was hoping that they would do, and they did it. So I think that's awesome. On this side, it's not here right now, but there's like an opportunity to lock yourself out of different sessions. So, I've been locking myself out of Asia, out of London, just out of everything that's not New York. I've been locking myself out, and then I give myself 2 trades in the day. I can take a loss of 550 total, and if I hit a target of 1800, I will just be done and it will liquidate and block. So this is a great tool for those of you struggling with discipline. It will help you just um, you know if you treat trading like probabilities and like ratios, right? If you have like a 1 to 3 or 1 to 4 risk to reward, and your one is always the same, and then you're getting +3 or +4 always, and you're locking yourself out, and that number is not changing, right? If your loss is never going greater than 1, and you're able to catch like a 1 to 3, you're gonna see results. Even if you lose 3 days in a row, 4 days in a row, if you come back next week and do 1800 plus 1800 in a couple days, you're on the right track. So this will allow you to have, let probabilities kind of play out. Trading is not gambling. You should have a plan and a system. But if you treat it this way, also like thinking in probabilities, over time, if you have an edge or a system that is profitable, even if you take losses, and you have like a 1 to 3 risk to reward, you will be profitable over time. So there's no rush. Keep it. Limit yourself. Take only the most high quality trades you can take. Sometimes if you're a little too early, yeah, you get locked out early and that sucks. Maybe you see the opportunity after, but you can't win every day. But what you can do is be a good loser every day. If I'm only losing my one every single day and I can take this on a couple days, I'm going to be profitable over time. And I understand that and I know that. So this year is the year I'm looking forward to, just, all year, just, doing my best and staying disciplined and growing my accounts. So let's go and look at the chart. I did already take a trade, 2 trades. I took one loss right away. Not right away, I'm sorry. I took a position this morning. Like, this is my 530 line, just like a normal. And I kind of took like a little sell in here, and then I managed my stop aggressively. I was thinking maybe we would draw it somewhere to like the 50%, and I'll show you what that is. On the 4 hour, we are moving higher, moving higher. We have highs here, and yesterday we kind of almost hit those highs. But if you're looking at the 4 hour, right, this is a swing low, and this is a swing high. So I draw my fib from there to there, and I know around this area is the 50%. If we're looking at daily as well, if we're just looking at the daily, there's this little like volume imbalance here. If you guys are like using that for targets or draws or whatever. So I was thinking maybe we could draw lower into price here. So I took a sell this morning. I managed it aggressively and was taking out at break even. And then so what I did was it gives you the opportunity. So you could take another buy, right? My second trade, I took a buy. I was okay, cool, we're going higher. But then on the 1 hour, we went higher. I was kind of buying in this area here, and then we went above this swing high there, and you see it did close as a wick. But when that happened, I was like, you know what, I'm going to reverse my position. So it gives you an opportunity to reverse it. So maybe that counts as 3 trades in the day, but it let me do it. So I have not like technically broken my rules. I am now locked out though. So like I said, I either let this trade play out all the way, or I just let it get stopped out, or I just close it if I don't see price moving. I'm going to do my best to just leave it open, and I will trail my stop loss once I start going into, if price comes down here, I'm going to move my stop loss. I'm going to trail my stop loss to some profits. But for now, I'm going to just let it play out. So I like that we took this 1 hour swing high right there, right at the top of my cursor right there. All this stuff is getting in the way. This high there. We took out that high with this. And that high is like, Asia, um, well, technically Asia is 16 to 1800. So this is like the same high. Midnight opening is around here too. We took, the high, this swing high. And then if you're also looking at the price, we've moved above, this high here. We've broken this high here, and we have these highs still that are yet to be hit. But like this high did get taken out. Uh, Last night, if we're looking, this was yesterday's move right into the day, and then we started coming down a little bit, as the day ended. If you use like inverted fair value gaps on the 4 hour, right? We don't know the 4 hour. There's still an hour and a half left on this 4 hour candle to close. But if you're just looking at from this gap here to here, we moved above and we closed below. If you were to imagine a box there, we closed below it. So on the hourly time frame, we also have the same thing. There's a gap from here to here, and if you were to kind of draw a box on, I have my drawings hidden, but that's what I have on. It's orange. It's drawn out. We've broken below this area here, and now we've come back in. And if you can imagine the 50%, it's probably somewhere like right here. But then also we took out this swing high. So let me put my drawings back on. Oh, and just looking right, I was talking about that daily. Right. So the daily volume imbalance is that. On the 4 hour, it's this gap right here. And then on the 1 hour, it's this gap here, right? So this is like my target, right? If price was to move lower, that's where I would like to see it hit. I would like to see these obviously get hit first, and here, and if it can, it will go down there. I'm gonna put my drawing back on to show you. So I've taken a trade pretty much based off of the sweep of this high, and then of price holding this little inverted fair value gap. See, so this is just the 4 hour low, 4 hour swing high. This is the 50%. My target is around the 50%, and it's into that daily volume imbalance, the 4 hour gap, and or volume imbalance, and the 1 hour volume imbalance. So I took this trade, and we're gonna let it play out, almost around the 50%, right? It's a little lower than the 50%, but I let it wick first, and then I've entered. So this trade, I have a 125 tick stop loss. I am down 113 bucks. You can't see that because I have it locked, but if you do 113 plus 437, that is 550. So I am in my risk parameters for the day. And even if I wasn't, right, it would still lock me out at that number. So I'm doing math, just simple math, to know if this stop loss and I've already lost a certain amount. I know that I can only lose X amount left, which is this amount. But even if I was like putting my stop way up here, it's only going to let me get stopped out. It's going to stop me out once I lose 437 more dollars, because that puts me at a loss of 550, which I have set here. I don't like that it does that for some reason. So on the 1 hour, I would even say we don't even need to go to lower time frames now, because like I cannot do any more trading. The only thing I can do is flatten and cancel all. So I don't even need to go to the lower time frames anymore at all. But if I was going to, this is in the morning. Originally, I was taking buys off this little gap here, but I don't think that's going to hold. And then there was another little gap, a 5-minute gap here that maybe someone was buying from. But you see this one kind of also got inverted also, right? We moved up above the swing high. This is a fair value gap prior to taking out that swing high, and we broke down aggressively. We have a little gap here, we have the inverted here, so maybe someone is selling right here. I would still suggest stops above this, but if you're someone who is okay, maybe you just put it right at the top now, since you've already seen price come above and kind of hold it a little bit. Maybe you could just put your stop here, take a short here, stops there, and you could be targeting here, here, and then maybe the 50% of the range, the 4-hour range, like I am trying to do. Like I said, we don't need to have all the drawings on and everything like that. I'm going to kind of let price play out. So it's a weird time today. I normally am done trading earlier than this time, and right now it is technically New York lunch. But today Trump spoke at 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, which is 11 for New York, and that should create some volatility. I'm not sure if he's still talking anymore, but he was answering questions, and you could watch that live, and if you wanted to. I watched some of it, but I'm gonna just let price play out. Also, again, thinking about our midnight openings here, it's inside of the box, but you see our midnight opening was this candle here, and if price I draw it to the 530, it did get wicked. So we'll have to just see. I could definitely be wrong. And if you're looking at the 4-hour, we still have an hour and 30 minutes left to go. But this candle on the 4-hour could just close like a complete, wick. It could all be a wick and even move lower down into this area here, into the 50%. So that's what I would like to see. I'm going to leave price going, and you guys can watch. I'll be back, here and there to check it out. And hopefully this trade plays out nicely. We shall see what happens. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Appreciate you guys. Remember, discipline is key. You guys can do it. I can do it. Just one day at a time. Don't let yesterday set you back if it was a bad day. Analyze, assess, look back to yesterday, but move forward. Use the information from yesterday to move forward today and tomorrow. Remember, one day does not make or break you. It is a series of days that defines you, and you guys can do it, whether it's trading, whether it's health, quitting bad habits, maybe it's reading, studying, going to school, whatever it is, you guys can do it. It's just one day at a time, and each day is important, but don't let a bad day hold you back, and don't let a good day get you, on your high horse and thinking you're the best. Just stay kind of level-headed, level-minded, and just treat each day as a new opportunity that it is. All right, guys, we'll be back in a little bit. See you soon. Okay, guys, so the hour candle has just closed. See, we're opening up a new hourly candle. This hour candle that closed is not like the most bearish looking candle, but I would like to see how the 4 hour candle closes, right? So we have an hour left. If this candle closes, bullish, obviously we'll get taken out and it'll be okay. But it could, I mean, it will just get stopped out and we'll come back tomorrow. But if it continues closing with like a wick down here, down here, down here, and we get to these lows, that's what I would like to see. I don't know what's going to happen, right? All I could do is follow my plan and my rules of risk and the amount of trades I can take. So, still, we are doing nothing to this position. If it comes to these lows here, and on the hourly, these lows, on the 4 hour, these lows here, uh, maybe I'll move my stop into some profit. I won't partial any positions because I can't, because that would count as another trade. But I can move my stop loss lower. You know what I'm saying? So I will just continue to let price play out. It is 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, which is 1 o'clock in New York. Um, Lunchtime is ending for them, and traders are getting back to their desks. So hopefully we can see some movement lower. And if we get stopped out, it is what it is. I have followed my rules, and I would much rather be a good loser than a trader who becomes over emotional and I over trade and I over risk and revenge trade and have FOMO, whatever it is. I'd rather just stick to my rules and my plan and see what happens. I just wanted to check in real fast. I will be back. I will leave the stream up and going. See. It's not looking too good, guys. I mean, we're still in the trade, and who knows, maybe we do not get stopped out, but it's looking like we are going to get stopped out, which sucks. I wanted to show you guys a good trade. Trade play out nicely, but every day cannot be a winning day. At least what I can show you is following my rules of risk and quantity of trades. And to me, that is winning overall. Discipline is key, and even if you cannot take trades that play out as winners every single day, just stick to your rules and have a positive risk to reward ratio, and over time, you will be profitable.
Order filled.
And like that, we are stopped out. Suppose if you were entering and holding off of this little fair value gap here, you would have still been in the trade. And this was an idea, of course, but I just didn't think it would play out. But how high do we go? Yesterday, my target was here and we failed to hit it. So maybe you were in a trade like this and you were able to withstand the drawdown. And now maybe price continues to the 22 111s. But I have been stopped out. And overall on NASDAQ and the markets, I am bullish. So really, I should not have been looking for sells. But sometimes you do get lost a little bit in the sauce. We were lower than midnight opening. 5:30 opened here, moved up, came down. So maybe we should have just been entering again here. But all these wicks had already happened. But we did hold this little fair value gap here in price. So maybe that was the trade I should have been in. Hindsight is always 2020. Um, but if you were in something like this and you held it, good job, good for you. Maybe now these highs get hit now that we are, back to the PM session of trading. Um, it's unfortunate that I was not on the right side, but it does happen, and I will persist. Thanks, guys, for hanging out with me. Too bad I did not show you a good trade. But it is what it is. This high right here is the 22111s. So maybe that high. Maybe we just continue moving up. Like I said, I have been bullish on NASDAQ for a while. So should have been expected to go higher. And honestly, if you think about power of three, for those of you guys, that's an important concept to trade. Opening prices here. Let's say in a bullish scenario, you'd want to see price come down, make a low. You want to see price move up, and then you want to see price like close like that. That's you could see a candle like that. So if the candle closes here, let's say the next day opens up and we open here and we come down, you should expect a candle move up and then a candle close down, right? And if you were looking at the daily chart, yesterday the day before yesterday we closed here, we opened here, we came down a little bit, we moved up, closed here. Today we opened up, we came lower, so it makes sense that if we opened here and then came lower, we would move up some, and then maybe close around here. So hindsight's always 2020, but at least I followed my rules. I will take that over losing and over risking and over trading. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I will be back at my next available session. You guys can do it. Stay active, stay disciplined, just keep showing up every single day. You guys can and will accomplish your goals. Thanks for watching. I will see y'all in another time.